Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Fortnite video, and tonight's video is going to be something a little bit unique. It's just going to be a discussion video about a few concepts and as well as some sort of a gameplay that actually made Epic Games sort of made a huge mistake, and this made them revert their changes in the latest patch update. It is kind of funny and kind of, you know, just ridiculous, and then we also have some cool concepts that could improve editing on console as well as some map changes that I think we could be seeing or that would be nice to see. So a lot of stuff, like different stuff to talk about in tonight's video. If you guys could smack a like on this thing, let's go for 1,500 likes. That'd be amazing. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. We're closing in on 600,000 subscribers. We are just so damn close to it. Probably only a couple hundred off by the time you're watching this video. We might have already hit it or something. So I'd appreciate you guys subscribing if you haven't already and get us close to 600,000. Also, thank you guys for all the support on my supporter creator code, which is the Goblin YT if you want to use that. Okay, so the first thing is the gameplay that broke Fortnite. So on Fortnite, when they basically updated the game and made some changes to the glider redeploy and all that sort of stuff a while ago, like a week or two ago, for Fortnite members, they changed the final circle, the final storm damage, so that the latest of the late game storm damage, from doing 10 per tick to 8 per tick. And they didn't really think much of it. Just their reasoning behind it was basically just to keep people alive a little bit longer or have more fights in the storm. I think that was their sort of thinking behind it. But unfortunately, I don't know if Epic Games was bad at doing math or whatever, but I will show you guys a gameplay up on the screen right here. And this is from Reddit user Karayu. So full credit to him. This thing was upvoted on Reddit quite a bit. And this is basically what the problem became. Players in scrims were just going for medkits and bandages, and because it only ticked for 8, you could basically infinitely heal off with medkits. And I don't know what Epic was thinking, or like this is pretty much comedy. So this is what scrim games would look like. You guys can see the gameplay up on the screen. Of course, full credit to Karayu. Basically, you would go around and you would have you'd farm up and you would find vending machines and you would just buy a load of medkits, as much as you could carry. You would pick up medkits, you would pick up bandages, and then when it came down to the late game, all of your teammates would drop all their loot and basically suicide and box you into a 1-by-1, and then you would just sit there popping medkits, like 20 medkits or 10 medkits, basically unlimited medkits until the other player dies. It basically ruined competitive and ruined scrims and stuff like that. The longest heal off in the scrim, this guy stayed alive in the storm for 2 minutes without fighting. And of course, this is not like Fortnite competitive already has a problem with heal offs. I really don't think heal offs are very exciting to watch. I don't think many people do. I don't even think the players that play the game enjoy heal offs. They would probably rather have like a 1v1 shotgun fight or a build off or an edit peak or something. Those games are a lot more intense than heal offs. And I think Epic trying to end heal offs, you know, I don't know what they were thinking. They obviously thought dropping it to 8 would work. It obviously didn't, and that's why in the latest patch notes they have reverted it back to 10. So do not worry, it is back to 10 as far as patch version 6.22, which came out the other day. But this was something that was just so funny and something that I thought I had to talk about. This gameplay literally made Epic, this gameplay basically broke Fortnite, made them change the game. And of course, it is nice to see that they are trying to make changes to the end game in competitive, but the whole game cannot be balanced around competitive. That's one thing that can always be a concern. And I do think that having the storm, it is interesting because you want the storm to be punished. You don't want people to hide in the storm, but at the same time, you don't want people to heal off. You do want people to fight, but you also want people to stay alive. It really is tough, and building a competitive scene around a game that's RNG like Fortnite, and a game that is a lot of staying alive and not really killing or going for action like a game like, you know, Call of Duty competitive is trying to kill the enemy, push them out of objectives. So it's definitely different. I think Fortnite competitive could be an absolutely huge thing in the future, like huge, way bigger than it is now, even though it already is super duper big. It's all about getting those rule sets down and making sure everything is good to go. So that was the gameplay that broke Fortnite. Next, we have some concepts to talk about, and the first concept was kind of a cool one, which was a Fortnite concept which would make it easier for console players to edit builds. And this was from Reddit user Tamez_A, and he believes that players should be able to opt out of the final step with the edit taking place the moment players have made their selection, rather than having to press another button to finally complete the process. If the edit tool uses a drag and release system, players could draw out the edit they wish to make with the structure, making the change the moment they let go of the edit button. So basically, instead of a press the button to, or hold the button to open your edit and then hold to confirm, it would be sort of a just hold and then release to confirm. I think that this could be kind of cool, and this would basically, the idea is that this would be ideal for console players who may need to take their thumb off the thumbstick to select the edit button to confirm their changes. This new system would be optimal, so players who use the default controller layout could choose to continue with the current system if that was their preferred method. I think this could be kind of cool, and he does have a picture here, although the picture doesn't really describe it very good. I don't think as good as basically explain it does. But essentially, it would be a click to confirm versus a press and release sort of system, and that would be kind of cool. So as soon as you have your first edit, like if you're trying to knock out a door or knock out the the three triangle squares in the corner, whatever it would be, it'd be pretty easy to do with a press and release. And of course, you would have the option for this in your settings, so you could turn it on or off whether you wanted it or not. So it wouldn't, if you don't like this idea, it wouldn't really be that negative because you could just have it off. Quick edit could be used in a variety of different build situations. This system would also be introduced on PC, but the speed which players could edit on keyboard and mouse, it would be unlikely that it would make a significant difference to those who play on a computer. That was from the Dexerto article, and I do think they are right. I do think that this change would be cool, and of course this is just a concept from a Reddit user, but it's definitely a lot of the stuff added to this game because the game has such a big community and such a big community on YouTube, Twitter, and Reddit. I mean, a lot of these ideas and stuff that actually gets added to the game starts out as a concept or starts out as a rumor, and Epic Games is locked into the Reddits more than you would think, and they're getting different ideas and stuff like that, fan feedback, or not fan feedback, but player-based feedback from competitive players, from casual players, from public match players, from anyone, and that's one thing they definitely do very, very good at, with adding the different building sensitivities. I mean, that was genius. Builder Pro, the whole way that they've evolved. Fortnite on console used to be like, there was a huge difference back in the day between a console player and a PC player, and it wasn't based off just, oh, PC people are just way better. They were better because of what was available to them. It was custom keybinds on a keyboard that has, I mean, someone probably knows this in the comment section. How many buttons does a keyboard have? A lot, right? It has a lot. Tens of buttons on a keyboard. So basically you would have so many customizable key bindings, when on controller with Combat Pro you'd have to cycle through everything, and even still organizing your inventory, it's kind of whack. And with a game like Fortnite, I think they've really closed that barrier and made it even closer to where PS4 players are competing in these Fortnite PC tournaments, and people are playing controller on PC and dominating now because of that, which is really, really awesome to just make it as competitive as a scene and as close as possible without messing with the different devices. And that's one thing with Blackout as well, Black Ops 4 Blackout, which is the Call of Duty Battle Royale. The looting system is completely different on console from PC, and it's the same with H1Z1 as well. H1Z1 PS4 is completely just not the same system as PC, but Fortnite, it's basically the exact same game on all consoles, and that's one thing that I would highly suggest. If H1Z1 Blackout, making the game run like you're playing on PC on console is a major thing. Another major thing is being free and being widely available. I mean, Fortnite is just killing the game in so many categories, and even if the recruitment of active players has gone down or the growth has gone down, the game is still an insane point. Next is another Reddit concept which we have here, which is a concept called Fall Night, which could be kind of cool. Basically, this could be something where on Fortnite you would see leaves and sort of things covered up like fall. I definitely think that when it comes to October that they did that. When it comes to with October with the Halloween decorations and stuff, when it comes to Christmas, we're gonna get something most likely this Christmas, and we need to start talking about this probably in a week or two here. Is that now that Halloween's gone, is the Ghoul Trooper going to return? I don't know. Probably not. Maybe the Ghoul Trooper might not return. Probably will return one day, but maybe not in this month. But I think now it's getting towards that time in a month or so where Nog Ops, the Merry Marauder, the Ginger Gunner, these Christmas skins, we might begin some older Christmas skins and some newer ones, which is just very, very cool. And it's gonna be interesting to just see the evolution of this game. I've seen the evolution of it over basically the first year, but this is the first year in a game that is still at a very strong point and hopefully can continue to just just grow and do amazing things. I really think that Fortnite's biggest problem is not their competitors. It's when they do things like add zombies or change the damage from 10 to 8 and just ruin scrims. Trying to do too much could be an issue with Fortnite, and as long as they're able to, mesh the events and the cosmetics with the core gameplay, this game probably has a lot of longevity left in it, and I think it's just amazing. So there's a couple concepts. Let me know what you guys think. Would you like Fall Night in the game, where they sort of design the map around fall a little bit? It would be kind of cool. Of course, I'll think it's kind of getting late for that, much into the autumn season. Like, we're kind of past Halloween now into November, but that would look cool. What do you think about the custom edits, where you could hold to press and release, and then also the gameplay that broke Epic Games? Thanks for watching, guys. Drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new. Have a great night, and I'm out. Peace.